this content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill no one.
Wait a second.
Oh, no.
We return to our planet. The High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings, and welcome to another First Impressions. This is SeptumSin, and of course this is the review show where I have a meowing cat in the background. But our first impressions are where I've watched something for the first time, and I'm giving you my fresh views of what I'm seeing. And no, it's not Phil Herman's Doomsday Stories. Hoping to see it soon, though. So I gotta take out some notes because it's an anthology film. It's not my first Joe Sherlock rodeo. You've actually seen some Joe Sherlock reviews before, but I have kind of slowed down on those. But let's talk Dark Zone 13. Now I went ahead and I broke this out of the box set. I have that Joe Sherlock's 10 film box set, and it's, I got it because I'm getting them all. I'm going to get that other one once I get the money together. And I'll get the new one when the new one's out. The only one I'm not getting is the Joe Sherlock Blu-ray one because it's the same films. It's less films, and a lot of them are repeats. I don't really see the point in double dipping. Not for this. But we are going to be reviewing, we are going to be talking to, what is his name? Joseph Vogela on the Schlockaholics channel. We're going to be interviewing him. So I went ahead and I said, okay, he directed one of the shorts in here, which is The Doll. And so I said, okay, I will go ahead and see this. I'm going to watch this. The second one, basically I'm going to try and watch a lot of the stuff he's done so I get a better view. And so I looked at this and I was like, okay, and also there's something else. I mean, Philip, for instance, who is Boris, I've talked with him a long time. He's on Delusions of Grandeur. I've been on a show with him once or twice, and I didn't think about it. That was this was where, he gets his stage name Boris from. So I've had multiple reasons to watch this, and I put it off way too long. So this is an anthology. There's no real wraparound to this anthology. Just straight up one after the other, and that's not a problem. It's 6 tales, and I do think that it's going to be very fun. So let's read the back here. Reveals the tales from the infamous unpublished 13th issue of a lost pulp magazine. Some speculate it couldn't be released because it was cursed. Perhaps it was too dark. Regardless, we found it, and we're sharing the scary stories that for years have been unseen. We're going to read the stories! Ha ha ha! 'Cause the best is yet to come. Which actually, in a way it works, because Joe Sherlock did this, and he did direct a short in the second Horror Tale 666 movie. So let's talk about special features. There's actually an interview in here. It's not listed back here, but there is an interview on this disc, and that's kind of cool. So you get to see some stuff the directors, and they talk about each short a little bit, and it's kind of cool, and Joe Sherlock goes over all of them, so it's really neat to have that extra perspective. Unlike a regular review I would do, like a film cycle analysis, I'm not going through everything. I'm not watching it multiple times. This is the first time viewing. I may come back if I decide to do a psychoanalysis, but that's debatable. So let's just start with these. I'm going to go through them, let you know a little bit about them, and then we'll move forward. So there's the doll. It's about a creepy doll. A creepy murderous doll. Done. Boris. Boris is about a guy who studied the arcane arts and died and now is haunting this house that these people are staying in, and bad things happen to the people who buy this particular house. Bath. I know that Bath involves something in a bar, and then there's a very bloody shower scene, aka Sherlock's signature. And that's about all I can remember about Bath, to tell you the truth. Then just beyond the corner of the eye, which is a kind of a macabre thing. They use like a Necronomicon-like book, and that's one of Vogel's creations, a book, and it is a really good looking book there. And they have some pretty cool effects, a lot of interesting blood stuff there. Then my favorite, assisted living, about an older man kind of having his way with his caregivers. And then finally, The Hunter, which is kind of this weird, surreal thing about this woman who's jogging and she gets pulled out by this person who's hunting monsters from outer space. It's really strange, and I like it. I love to roll with those types of things. So let's talk about the acting. The acting is okay. It's B-movie grade acting. Nothing that sticks out as bad. Nothing that sticks out as, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I do think that Philip did really well in his short. I mean, definitely come across as creepy when he's sitting in that cloak behind that person and the scene that he's in. It is very creepy. It pulls off quite well. As far as effects go, well, effects are pretty good. A lot of blood effects. I especially love the blood effects in the assisted living one. I got to hear that they used some sort of special pump for it, and I thought it was excellent. But there's blood everywhere. I did like how they made the doll look fairly realistic in that. I like the effects of that. I did something similar with that when we did our short with the haunted doll that Jake found in his short. So I did like seeing that. I think a decent amount of work went into this. A lot of cool props, a lot of interesting effects. The kind of mummified arcane arts guy, and I want to say Out of the Corner of the Eye, I think, was in. I liked that. That was pretty cool design, so pretty awesome there. And then finally music. Well, music was on point. It worked. It was the music that tipped me off which short in Hardtail 666 Sherlock did. I didn't have to look it up. I was like, oh, I know exactly which short that is. And I thought about the subject matter of the short, and I'm like, yes, that's definitely Joe Sherlock. I like this pretty well. I do like it better than I like Things 5, and I look forward to seeing Dark Zone 13 Part 2, which I'm sure you'll see up here in the near future. Well, that's all for this. Very quick first impression. Bye-bye.